taking immunosuppressants in order to heal your MS doesn't make any sense long term. And I'm gonna explain in that video on why exactly this doesn't make any sense, and I'm gonna explain to you as well what's the real cause of MS instead of the things that your doctors are telling you. So your MS diagnosis, you probably got weird symptoms, you probably got a little bit of tingling and numbness, chronic pain, you get trouble with your vision, blurry vision, these kind of things. You maybe get brain fog, slurred speech, or you have even walking issues, you get numbness and in your legs. These kind of things can happen out of nowhere. You can get brain fog and memory problems and confusion, and then you get one of those symptoms or you get multiple of them that I just named, and also fatigue and weakness is also a big one when it comes to MS. But you get these symptoms, one of those or several of those, and then you go to your doctor because you actually don't know what's going on with you. The doctor is checking you, taking your blood, maybe even seeing antibodies, doing an MRI scan, seeing lesions on your brain, and then you get an MS diagnosis pretty fast. Sometimes you even get MS diagnosis if you don't see any lesions on your brain. And then you can actually get an MS diagnosis pretty fast. And what they are telling you immediately is, yeah, you have an MS diagnosis, we see antibodies in your blood, and that means your body, your own immune system is attacking you, is attacking your myelin sheath, is attacking your nervous system, and that's why you get MS. So your own immune system is attacking your own body because we are designed to do that, right? That was irony, that was sarcasm. So please, I hope you understand that. And they actually still believe that. That was a theory that was invented in the 1950s, the autoimmune theory, that your own body is attacking you because they didn't come up with a better explanation. That was the only explanation they had. And till to this day, they could never ever show a white blood cell, an immune cell attacking your nervous system. They could never do that. The only thing that they could prove was antibodies in your bloodstream. But why is your body producing antibodies? Why are there antibodies in the first place? And that's what also doctors learn. They learn that antibodies are there because there's a foreign invader in your body, and the antibodies are there to target and to destroy that foreign invader. It can be a pathogen, can be like a virus, a bacteria, you name it. This is why antibodies exist. It's not a proof that your body is attacking you, it's a proof that there's something else in your system. And that's why your body is producing these antibodies. And what's in your system, what's causing your MS, is the Epstein-Barr virus. You maybe heard of that before, maybe it's the first time you're hearing that right now, but that's the true reason on why you have MS. Because the Epstein-Barr virus creates neurotoxins, and these neurotoxins inflame your central nervous system. The Epstein-Barr virus can sit in your liver, and these neurotoxins can go to your brain, inflaming nerves there, causing you to have the symptoms that are associated with MS, tingling and numbness, chronic fatigue, pain, vision problems, brain fog, slurred speech, memory problems. That's caused by the Epstein-Barr virus. And the severity of these problems are caused by the severity and the toxicity of the neurotoxins of the EBV. And the EBV can also sit in your brain directly and create neurotoxins there. And the Epstein-Barr virus also creates lesions. So there are some people that have lesions in their brain and they have an MS diagnosis. And some people have lesions in their brain and they don't have any symptoms. If you would scan everybody in the world nowadays and look up for lesions, there are a lot of people that have lesions in their brain and they don't have any problems. Then there are people that don't have any lesions in their brain, but they have the worst MS symptoms and they get an MS diagnosis even if they don't have lesions. Because the majority of the symptoms that you get from MS is not because of lesions in your brain, it's because the Epstein-Barr virus is causing the inflammation of the nerves and of the nervous system. That's what's causing actually your symptoms. What does it mean for the treatment that you get from the Epstein-Barr for MS? It's basically the complete opposite of what you have to do in order if you want to get rid of it long term. Of course, the medication, the immunosuppressants, they lower down your immune system. Basically, they lower down the reaction of your immune system, of your body, to the symptoms that you have, to the Epstein-Barr virus. And that's what's lowering down the symptoms. But the underlying problems are getting worse, obviously. And the insane thing, and this is gonna blow your mind right now, the insane thing when it comes to MS and healing MS and the treatments and the immunosuppressants of what doctors are telling you and prescribing you is, in order to heal MS, the most important thing that you need is your immune system. Because your immune system is able to kill off the Epstein-Barr virus. But now, your immune system gets lowered with the immunosuppressants. Do you know what that means long term for your MS? Do you realize what that means? It makes everything even way worse because your lowered immune system is making everything worse. It doesn't do anything about the actual root cause, and the actual root cause is getting worse because you don't do anything about that. The strong medications have side effects. There are heavy metals in medication. All medications, there are lots of heavy metals in there which are feeding the Epstein-Barr virus as well. That's what's actually happening. That's the treatment that you get for MS. The treatment that you get for MS is to make it worse, basically. Of course, I don't deny that it's helping short term and that you can get relief from your symptoms, which is actually helpful and which is sometimes better than enduring the pain, for instance. So I'm totally on your side. If you're on medication and if you say, I can't function without these medications, I'm not the one that is saying don't do the medications by any chance or don't do it. You should never take medications for that. I'm only telling what's happening in your body when you take those medications and that you don't do anything about the root cause that's going on in your body. So long term, you can work on your immune system, strengthen it, kill off the ABV, and then maybe you can even get rid of the immunosuppressants. That should be the long-term goal for you if you want to get rid of it. I mean, or if you even think it's possible, but it actually is possible. So the problem with that is, or what's not a problem with that is, but that's actually the problem, that you lower your immune system and that's the very thing you need the most. And given the fact that MS is so individual, there are so many different symptoms that are occurring, so many different situations, so many different diets that people try. Everybody's coming from a different place. I offer everybody a free discovery call. All that you have to do for that is to go on my website, www.theobergmann.com, and you can schedule your free discovery call there, and we give you a call for 10 to 15 minutes to figure out, first of all, even how I can help you with that. And then we will do a strategy call with me for 60 to 90 minutes. And it's also for free. And there I would show you a strategy on how you can long-term get rid of your MS and what I think is the root cause, and how I would specifically target for that. I would work on a strategy for you. I would do a plan for you, show that to you, what I would do in your specific case with that MS. I work with people that have these kind of neurological symptoms. I have people in my training that are in a wheelchair that have 70 symptoms. They came to me with 70 symptoms and immunosuppressants, 6 medications. Now we're down to 35 symptoms, only 2 medications left. So it is possible if you work on the root cause. And I would highly recommend you doing that, booking that discovery call, because if you don't take action, if you don't do anything about that, as I explained, if you're staying on the immunosuppressants, if you're doing what you're doing right now, whatever you're doing, it's not going to work. And if you don't target the Epstein-Barr virus, if you don't cleanse your body from heavy metals, it is very much likely that, first of all, it's not getting better. And second of all, it can progress. You know, MS is a progressive disease, so it can actually get worse. And with the immunosuppressants, that's actually aggravating that process. That's speeding up that process because your immune system is the very thing you need the most. So I would highly recommend you doing that. Book your free discovery call. It's for free. Then we can see if and how I can help you. And then we can move on from there, because otherwise it's very much likely that it's not getting better, or it even can get worse over time. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching that video, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.